we're going to go ahead and take a look at how you can use Flightplan to help with your glacier landing. So what I've done here is I've loaded a flight plan from Burwash Landing. I believe this is British Columbia, Yukon Territory, Canada, and ends at Mount Benken on a glacier. So let me show you how I found a place to land. So what you want to do is zoom in until you get your contour lines. And what I've done is I've just picked a spot where I've got a little flat spot to land. And then I've got a gradual uphill grade and it gets steeper and steeper. These are going to be breaks on my skis. We're going to use Burwash Landing. It's not actually to McCarthy. It's going to be a glacier landing. We'll use the XCub. So we'll load this flight plan. Okay, so we spawned in game in our XCub and we're at Burwash Landing. Because we're going to be flying through the mountains, I'm going to be cautious about my altitude. So they want us to go up over Mount Hodge, so I'll probably fly to this side so that I've got an escape route. But let's look at our altitudes here. We're going to have a separate video on converting metric and US unit of measure, but I want to point out that we're in metric. Of course, we're in Canada. What is this, Mount Hodge? Is that what we said? Yeah, Mount Hodge. Well, there's the peak of it. So, but we're going to have to clear 7,000 feet for sure. So let's go ahead and set our altitude. Let's call it 7,500. And off we go. Okay, so I believe that's probably the highest point we have to clear. We can check our... Yeah, we're going to come along this ridge line. So we're going to fly along that glacier. So we'll just pick up some speed, level off. So if you like glaciers, lots and lots of glaciers up in British Columbia. Or I'm sorry, I'm in Yukon Territory here, but up through British Columbia as well. So you can also use the detailed terrain to find the crest of the smaller peaks and catch some updrafts to help you clear some of these ridge lines. So let's start planning for our landing. What I'm going to do is come up this glacier here to approach my landing spot here in the shadow of Mount Benken. We probably should check our elevation. So you'll notice that we're at the border. So we got meters on this side and we've got feet on this side. So we're at 8,200 feet. Okay, so we're crossing our ridge and we're inside of 10 miles to the border. So I want to zoom in far enough that from this point forward, I can see the contour lines and the elevations on my map as I pass over them. That's going to be very handy as I get closer to landing. Okay, so we're coming up on our glacier. We're going to fly right up here and our landing should be right up there. Is that the correct glacier? Yep. Here's my little lakes down here. So we're on track. Okay, so we've reached the air disasters portion of our video. I'm at 9,800 feet and I'm inside of 4 miles, or about to be inside of 4 miles of where my landing site is. So we probably want to start slowing down and losing a little bit of altitude here. So what I want to do is watch the elevations on the contour lines come up to meet my aircraft, basically. And I'm going to go a little bit wide along that ridge line in front of us just to try and give myself as much time as possible. And I'm at 9,200 feet, so I probably need to get down. I think we said our little plateau was at 8,000, so I better start thinking about descending. I've already increased my prop speed to full in case I have to go around, which obviously is a distinct possibility. Or option B, which is just a dramatic crash into the glacier. So if we look over there, just on the other side of that little ridge line is our landing spot. Looks like we got some rocks in the glacier. We're at 8,000, so I should be able to essentially stay right here and let the glacier come to me. Oh look, there's the hotel. I'm guessing that's not really a house. Here's our flat spot. Whoa, and I bounced it. But remember, you're on skis, so landing uphill, when I get slowed down enough, you can get yourself turned around so that when it's time to take off, you're facing downhill. That's our glacier landing. So to recap, I just used my contour lines, watched the elevations coming up as I climbed above the glacier, and then essentially just hold my altitude and let the ground come up to me. Now, I'm not a professional pilot, don't know if that's what the recommended method is, but works for me. And then to take off, I guess while we're talking about it, since I've already pointed my nose down, it should be pretty easy. Sorry to disappoint you with no dramatic crash. If you liked the video, like and subscribe. Thank you.